Here showing us what the pressure is at in the box, and we have oxygen in the water sensors are off right now. They're not hooked up. We don't have any here actually. Here we have the mode set up for the regeneration of the purifier is automatic, so when we want to regen it, it'll be an automatic regen. And the other thing I wanted to show is the antechamber is on evac refill. Now that could be changed by hitting the shift key, and you can cycle between manual, automatic, or evacuate refill. I'm going to keep it at that setting for now. And we're going to go to parameter set. And here we're setting our upper and lower limits of the box. The freezer, there's no freezer, so that's off. Again, with the alarm settings for the moisture and oxygen sensors, which aren't connected, they're set at 200. What I wanted to show is this is when in automatic mode for the antechamber here, you can set your parameters here. And here it's just showing it'll pump down to 5 times 10 to the minus 1, and it's going to do 3 cycles. It'll backfill back up to 500 millibar, and it does a test on the evacuation time, and it does a leak rate. But again, that's only when you're in automatic mode. I have it on evac refill, which I'll show by hitting your evacuation button here. The vacuum pump turned on, and now we're evacuating the antechamber. You can see by this pressure gauge here, the vacuum's coming down. Now this is a semi-automatic control, so I can shut it off at any time, and I can do a refill at any time. It's not under automatic control. So. When the antechamber refills, it's pulling gas out of the main chamber here. That's why you see the gloves moving now. It's backfilling from here into this, and then your nitrogen supply here will maintain that pressure range I had of between 2 and 8. It'll flash here that it's the refilling of the antechamber, and now we're at atmosphere. At that point, you can open the door. There's a shelf in here, sliding shelf. So I'm just going to place a wrench in here. I'm going to evacuate the antechamber, backfill it. They normally recommend at least 3 cycles. But in our case here, I'm just going to do 1. A little tighter. I'm going to hit the vacuum pump. K3 up there. And again, you can see the antechamber being pulled out. As for the smaller one, that's all manual. It's always connected to the flashing what the pressure is inside the antechamber. If you go to enter and you look at parameter indicate, you see this is the box, the pressure of the box. Again, these are all off, so you're getting no number here for moisture oxygen freezer. This is the pressure right now that it's monitoring. This little arrow here means you'll turn it to another page, and then right here you can see what the actual pressure inside the antechamber is. Again, this is only for the larger chamber. The smaller chamber is all manual, and you would use your gauge here to determine what the vacuum was in there. Just some other things here. You'll have to change. There's a manual that comes along with this that explains some of the. This here is showing the purifier. How long it's been running since the last regen. Select enter. Status. Shows the status of the regen while it's occurring. Information page. A lot of these selections here are explained in the manual that you will see. What I want to do here is I'm going to change the pressure of the box. My parameter is set. We got an upper and lower set point on this page. We explained that before. Let's go back here. So I'm going to change the 8 as the upper to get the shift light on, and I can dial in a number. You have to type in a number. Oh no, that's not the right way either. No. I think at this point you just need to dial in a number when you want to set the set point. So let's change the 8 to say 4.2, and we'll hit enter. And if we want to change the lower set point, you step down, use the down arrow. And let's put in, we put a negative number in here. Let's put negative, let's put 0.5, negative, and then enter. Okay, let's escape out of that to the main page. And with your foot switch here, you can, well, I'm going to wait, but the foot switch here, this the left side will pull vacuum on the, bring the pressure down, and the other side will bring the pressure up. But it's limited by the parameters we just set. You showed the foot switch, so from the left hand side, as you can see, I'm bringing the pressure down inside the box. The gloves are pulling in. That's with the left side, and with the right side you can add nitrogen in. And the other thing here, you got a recirculation button here. Turn the recirculator on and off. But the pressure will be maintained in the box. Turn that back on. Your regen buttons here. You get your light on and off here. And you can turn your vacuum pump on and off. Oh, when the recirculator is on, it doesn't allow you to turn the vacuum pump off. But if you close the recirculator, anti-chamber's backfilling now. I hit the refill button. It's up to about 640 millibar. What we're going to do is just recycle it one more time. I'll shut that off and pull vacuum on it. Alright, that's good. And you can see the gloves pulled in. Slightly the pressure now is fine, right around 0. Alright, I pulled vacuum on the anti-chamber once again, and now I'm refilling it. Okay, we're getting close to atmosphere. Once it is atmosphere, we'll be able to shut this off, and I'll be able to open the door to bring that wrench in that I had put on the belt. Alright, so it's reading atmosphere now. I'll shut the refill valve off. You see the pressure inside the box is now minus 0.2 millibar, and it pulled the gloves in. And then I can open the inner door here. Slide the shelf in, reach in, grab the wrench, place it inside the box, close this shelf and door. Okay, now if you look at the oxygen, it's come up a little bit, but the purifier will bring that back down. It's just oxygen that's been introduced from the transfer of the work from outside into the glove box. Now at this point, I could add a little more pressure to the box using the foot switch. The actual box pressure is determined by the parameters that I said of minus 0.5 and 4. Again, if I need to, I can reduce the pressure down to at least minus 0.5 by using a foot switch. So I'm slightly above positive pressure here at 0.4, and I could work. Do any necessary work inside the box. That's necessary. And again, if you look at the oxygen, it's below 0, it's below 1 right now, 1 ppm of oxygen. And once the work is finished, you could, since I didn't expose the anti-chamber atmosphere, I'll just open the door, slide the shelf out, place the work back in. Close the door. Come on over to the outside, open the door. To work. And the other thing I want to show real quick too is this. I can refill a box, refill a small mini anti-chamber. And if you look inside, there's a small chamber. Close that off before I open it. In this case, you would put your work in here, Close it off. And just manually, you can cycle it as many times as you like. Full vacuum on it. You can see the gauge dropping down. Just for demonstration purposes, I'll just go through it quickly. But that's about all you got on a reading and vacuum anyways, the gauge. You can backfill it. Evacuate it. Backfill it. Again, the backfill gas is coming from inside the chamber, inside the glove box. Bring that back to atmosphere, and then you'll be able to open the mini chamber. A little tight there. Difficult to get in there.